Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And it's not going well for Angela Rayner. We already see how she's failing on housing. The only other job that she's got, the only other thing that she's been given to do is this new Make Work Pay plan, Labour's Employment Rights Bill. It's billed as the greatest thing since sliced bread. It will mean workers have rights. It will give them power and it will enable them to take control and all the other load of old bollocks that Labour are always going on about. Well, it's bombed. It's unpopular with workers, unpopular with businesses. Employers don't like it, and employees think it's going to cost them jobs. And of course, they're quite right. On top of everything else that's being designed to damage business, this also damage it. With the regulations going on, with the taxes going, all these other things going on, jobs are getting very thin and far between and on the ground. Jobs are being very insecure. Add to that this employment rights bill, and let me tell you, if you've actually got a job, you'll be one of the lucky ones. It's had an impact assessment. There's a body in government called the Regulatory Policy Committee, the RPC. And what they do is when new regulations come in, they look at it, examine it, do an impact on it, see how much it's going to cost, see how much it's going to gain, do cost-benefit analysis, all the usual stuff. And they've done all that. And they've come back and said, oh dear, oh dearie me, it's not very good. It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost businesses billions upon billions. It's going to cause job losses. It's going to cause a lack of investment. And basically, it's one of the worst ideas ever to come out of government. But then one only has to look to see whose idea it was. Angela Rayner, a woman of very little brains. So no wonder it's going to fail. Now, I've got the figures here because there is... Effectively, what they're saying is they're trying to fix problems that don't exist, and they're doing it in such a ham-fisted manner that it will never, ever work. The line they use is insufficient evidence to justify market failure or other rationales, which is political speak for saying it's a pile of dog crap. However, here's the main losses. The loss of net present social value, the impact on society as a whole, 2.8 billion. The improved access to statutory sick pay will cost 3.5 billion. 0-hour contracts will then cost 900 million. Day one unfair dismissal costs between 1 and 200 million, and this is probably on the low side. So 2.8, 5.8, 6.3, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, £7.5 billion. That's how much this is going to cost businesses in this country. 7.5 billion. Now add that to the many billions that is going to be hit with the national insurance, and you can see that businesses are actually just not going to hire people. If you hire someone and realise on day one that they're blithering idiots, and you fire them, you have to pay them a full salary. They can sue you. There's all sorts of things. Even if they walk in, deliberately damage your business, steal the money from the till, call you a bastard and walk out, you can't fire them day one. You can't just fire them. You have to go through the whole process. And while you're going through this whole process, you've still got to pay them. Well, if you're an employer, what are you going to do? You say, no, you're not going to hire anyone young, are you? You're only going to hire people who've been working for 5 years, 6 years, something like that, and who've got a good work record. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. They are saying that it's basically not fit for purpose. But I'm going to be honest and say you could apply that saying to just about everyone in the Labour cabinet. But particularly, I think, to Angela Rayner. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.